already discussed name options and had a few wistful conversations about what characteristics we hoped we passed to the baby. Beau's wish list included his green eyes and my black hair. Mine focused on his red curls and my curious gold eyes. I told Beau I'd wait up for him, but he insisted I go to bed, preferably wearing a tank top and a pair of boy shorts. We both laughed, because the outfit equaled the finest silk negligee in his opinion. After hanging up, I'd chosen the polka dot boy shorts, knowing that man would love me in a tater sack. I almost smile at that thought until an icy shiver skirts along my exposed shoulders. At least I took the time to pull on some jeans before I followed the police officer to the morgue. There's a small hole at the knee. I touch a shaky fingertip to the exposed skin, looking anywhere but at the lifeless body across the room from me. The hanging scale sways in my periphery, where I think I knocked into it before getting sick, but I dare not look over for confirmation. "Is there someone I can call for you?" the older gentleman asks over the pounding in my eardrums. Heaving a few staggered breaths that burn my throat, I somehow find my voice and rasp, "My husband, please." The medical examiner sets the bowl down somewhere and returns to kneel beside me. He clears his throat. "Mrs. McCoy." We both know what he wants to clarify. The fact that my husband will never answer a phone again. A long stretch of time slips by before I pass my phone to him and then rub a palm to my chest while I watch him look at me expectantly. "Chase McCoy, my brother-in-law," I explain after snapping out of the daze. "He's the closest family I have in Tennessee." My shock keeps me from fully grasping the impact this is going to have on Chase's life as well, losing his baby brother and only sibling. A few minutes wobble along, marked by a wall clock ticking somewhere in the room, before he speaks. "Yes, Mr. McCoy. I have your sister-in-law Bellamy with me." I tune the rest of it out, not wanting to hear the replay. How Beau was on his way home from a youth evangelism conference up in Nashville. How a drunk driver took what he had no right to take. My husband's life, our dreams.
Chapter 1. 2 years later. Lee Sutton. Absolute darkness holds me for longer than necessary. I fight against it, but it keeps slipping back over me like a sticky film. When I blink, a few stray stars come into focus. I stare at them until the moon and a piercing pain catch my attention. It's coming at me from all directions, so it's hard to pinpoint exactly where the damage is. The film slips back into place before I can make heads or tails of it. Angry beats from a heavy metal song scream from the speakers of my bike, bringing me back to the side of the road where I'm sprawled out. If I could move my arm, I'd pat myself on the back. I'm boss when it comes to building a sick bike. This one that just got up to 180 miles per hour is no exception. Good thing I let off the throttle before that last switchback. I try to take a deep breath, but a pinch in my side halts it just as I get a whiff of smoke in the air. Between the smoke and the rushing sound of a waterfall somewhere nearby, something registers in my jumbled brain and reminds me of a camping trip I went on with my old man and Tommy before my little brother became too sick. I'd call Pop and we'd reminisce about the good old days before our home life went to crap, if I could find my phone. He wouldn't answer anyway. I make the mistake of trying to move again, sending bolts of fire slicing down my left side. I freeze in place and try to suck in a careful breath. The pressure behind my eyes has them dragging shut, so I know this time I'm messed up big time. When they reopen, the music is gone and my helmet has disappeared. Through a thick fog, I notice the smashed guardrail, red and blue lights glancing off.